What's crack-a-lackin'? Okay, so I hope you're having a great day, whenever or wherever you're watching this. Um, Today we are reacting to a video because it's Wednesday. So we've been going through the PKC curriculum. In case you haven't been paying attention or you live under a rock, okay? There is 5 steps to the PKC curriculum: musicality, training your body to look like the music, um, hearing the music and connecting to it. Diversity, which is applying that musicality to a myriad of different situations and a myriad of different styles based off what you hear. Expression, which is adding that human layer to um, the choreography or the freestyling or whatever kind of movement that you're creating using your musicality and your diversity. Um, Applying it to performances, but also um, using it for personal benefit. Regardless, you're adding that human element to your movement, the emotional creature side of being human. And then right now we're talking about freestyle. Freestyle is using yourself as a filter for any and every movement that you do. Um, no matter what you're doing, it is filtered through how you think, what you think about, how you feel at the moment, how you want to feel, what music you're listening to. Instead of using the music as a filter and you basing what you're doing off of the music, you're still listening to the music and you're still reacting to the music, but the filter is yourself and your identity. So whatever comes out of you is 100% you, because you're spontaneously reacting to the music that you're hearing. So you don't have time to plan. Planning is beautiful. We're going to talk about that next week, but you have no time to plan. You're just working off of instinct and what comes naturally to your body. And you can train that. And then also the other things that are happening beforehand are beforehand, as in the other steps, are feeding that freestyle musicality, diversity, expression. So I'm not going to waste any more time. My name is Joel Casanova. I'm the creator of Beat Hunter Dance, and this talk show exists to help your dance journey be healthy, productive, and 100% yours. So we're going to look at a case study. I actually say case study in the video. That's what I was thinking about that. Of freestyling. This dance is awesome. I give insight, but really take your own information off of this person. I'm going to show you his contact information so that you can follow him on Instagram, and he has other videos that you can watch and think about what I say in the reaction video. So let's get to it. All right, let's get this deep dive going. So we have The Crown as our case study, I guess you could say. Once again, a Red Bull dancer style. I don't know if you notice, I watch this stuff a lot, but I think especially for this one, this is freestyle. It's a freestyle deep dive. So as we're reacting to this performance, this thing, recognize that Red Bull is based off of freestyling. It's a dance battle. So they're just playing music. They don't know what song they're playing. They're not limiting it to a specific style. Like Red Bull 1 is specifically B-boys, is specifically the style of breakdancing. Red Bull dancer style is like, go for it. Do your thing, right? It's more standing styles, I guess you could say. Doesn't matter. Point is they're putting themselves into freestyling and just going off, right? Freestyling in the personal kinetic curriculum is like a burrito stuffed with taquitos, right? Which actually sounds delicious. But the point is the three taquitos, the three things that are inside the big wrap burrito is musicality, which is our foundation. It starts literally just moving your body, knowing your body, isolations versus moving your whole body, contractions, tightening your body, relaxing it, listening to the music in the context, blah, 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 right? Then we have diversity, applying it to specific things because they don't know in this context. They don't know what's coming next. They don't, right? So they're just waiting for it. And if you know the song or like the song, then you just lucked out. If you don't know the song Improvised, literally, right? Which is the third thing is expression, because you're in the context of a battle, right? You can be best friends with this person. You can know them really well, or at least respect them. But like in this context, we're battling. So like you're my opponent. I'm trying to win. It's like attorneys, right? The actual attorney relationship in court is that we're arguing. I'm putting my argument, you're putting your argument, we're seeing what the judge says, right? And then afterwards we go get something to eat because we're friends. We're both lawyers, right? In battling, it's the same thing. Dancers are just hanging out. We're both friends. I respect you. I've seen your stuff. You're incredible. But right now I'm trying to win, right? So the Crown, his real name is David. He uses expression. This is one of the things I would like to say. He uses expression perfectly in the context of what he's doing, because he'll vacillate between like watching his person and like dancing, and then having like this like kind of not disrespect, but like kind of like a fighting mentality. But then he'll also like see the stuff that he's doing and kind of project like, what I'm doing is incredible, because he's watching it in the same way that everyone else is watching it. And then he'll also react to like different concepts that he does, as well as like at the very end, he like throws the thing down and he's like, what's good? And he like hits his chest. And it's like, but I've seen interviews with this guy. He's really kind and he's kind of soft spoken, to be honest. He's like, yeah, I'm just kind of chilling, doing my thing. And I'm like, and so like he's being a character. He's expressing perfectly in the context of what he's doing. I love people. I'm really invested in people. And I'm kind of a chill person when I want to be, right? And I'm like, hey, we're just hanging out. I love your style. Like, you're a beautiful dancer. You're an incredible dancer, whatever. But when I'm playing, like, say this past Christmas, when I play like a villain, I'm not trying to beat you out right now. I'm trying to play the character, right? So this intensity that I bring to my character is the expression that I need to use. So the musicality, the diversity is kind of very plain with what we see here, because he's applying it immediately to a song that he knows. I'm very sure he knows it. Yeah, he definitely knows it based off of what he does in this video. And the musicality of what he chooses to hit with what parts of his body. And all that's wrapped up in who David projects himself to be, which is not only the characters that he's doing, but also his own specific style. Because freestyle is 100% you, right? So you're taking those other three things and filtering it through yourself. Okay, done talking. Let's do it. Okay, immediately he's making huge risks, because I'm not sure if he knows these guys. I'm sure he does, but even if he doesn't know these guys, he's taking a risk based off of how they're reacting to what he's about to do. He does this multiple times and uses them multiple times in his freestyle, and so he's adding another element of freestyling because he's like interacting with other people who are adding to his dance. Wakanda forever. Okay, so he does this African dance and he's looking at his opponent. The opponent's on the other side of the camera, right? So he's like watching him as he's doing these things. And then check out how he changes. In that whole thing, he hasn't looked at him. He goes from looking at him to, I'm watching what it is that I'm doing, hitting the verse that Lil Wayne's doing in the song, right? And he's like, watching it as if it's not him doing it, right? And he looks. Okay, interpretation is huge, right? How the guy's rapping has not changed. He's just emphasizing different things of how he can show he's rapping through his body, right? With his hands, and then he goes, does whatever the heck this is, and he's gliding through it. Then he glides, and then while he's gliding, hits certain things with his head sharply. So he's combining. And glide, then move. Heart. Hey. Okay, let me explain that motion he just did. So first of all, on the chopper, and he starts knee sliding, right? He's taking up space, which is awesome, which is a really great idea. But this whole thing, he starts gliding around. He does this thing, right? This is a hand symbol. It means to smoke somebody, right? Like you just got smoked. Like I just beat you. I just did something to diss you. Or I just did something that is so good that like you're done for, right? Again, this is a contentious context. So he's like, but he's not like, I'm looking at you like being like, oh, I smoked you, bro, right? It's like, I am saying like, this is easy. Like, yeah, I just killed this dude. Like, it's not, I just like totally beat this guy in this round, right? So he's doing the whole thing, and he's like, kind of looking at the audience being like, you saw that, right? That's his expression, right? Yes. Watch. Okay. Right? He literally says ha 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 in the song. So he's making his face look like he's laughing because he just goes from this like, whatever, bro. It's easy. It's easy for me to do this, into expressing the song going ha 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 doom, and he switches his expression right after. Right? Ha 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 ha. Back into like this intense club. He ends it. Watch. Right? First of all, everyone loses their mind because they're like, holy moly. I'm sure that's not what they would say, but yes, right? He does this thing where he goes, boom. What's up? Right? You could say that's the real him. But he's expressing himself. When you see him just hanging out, he dances with these people all the time. Right? So he's like, he could totally be like, dude, great round, blah, blah, blah. But he's like, boom. That's a character that he's doing based off the context. He's using his expression there when he's laughing, when he's like, hey, when he's doing this character glide thing. It all is part of how he's expressing himself through the song. And everything is made up. Everything. Right? So we go all the way back. Freestyle. Versus you fast forward and he gets into this crump thing he does right after that. Expressing. Ha 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 ha. Crump. And at that point he's going off. It's so much more intense based off the song that he's hearing. So he's changing not only his muscle, but also the style that he's doing. And then adding another element of risk because he has no idea how these guys are going to respond. 3, 2, 1. And now he's being the gladiator. Right? He's like, we're in the middle and everyone's watching as we fight, we battle, and dance. Crazy. That's a whole other, this is a compilation video, right? Okay, so insane. When you're doing this, you're able to combine multiple things. So I can guarantee that the Crown, David, is trained in multiple styles. I can guarantee he's done multiple things. At the very least to just strengthen his own freestyling, his own personal style. But when you see other videos from David, the Crown, right, he is very much him in all senses. He's performing to the audience. He's giving you a look. He's giving you what he wants you to see, right? He goes, da, 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 ha, 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 da, da, boom, 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 right? So he goes, ha, 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 because he's showing you that the music that you're hearing, you hear someone laughing on the track, he's laughing, and you're like, oh, that's sick. He totally matched that. Then changes into this crump style that's super intense and aggressive, right? It's like when you're freestyling, you can add everything that you've done. I've done theater. I've done musical theater. I've done Latin. I've done ballet. I've done modern. I've done contemporary. I've done line dancing. I've done country swing. I've done hip hop. I've done some breaking. I've done some animation. Like all the things get thrown into the soup, and you're using all of it, right? So that's how you're going to change your muscle and change what you're doing and your diversity based off of the song you're hearing and what style you want to portray. And then you're expressing yourself. If you're in musical theater, you'd probably be expressing a specific character or a specific emotion if it's like a dance break or something. But in freestyling, when you're just in front of a bunch of people, or if you're in your room by yourself, or if you're at the park, or you're in your dance studio, or you're wherever, or even if you're on stage like freestyling, right? I've done plenty of performances where it's basically just a freestyle to a song that I know. And it looks like a fully choreographed thing because of that's how mature my freestyling is. That it is what it is, right? But you're expressing yourself in that context. That's where this kind of breaks down because right now he's expressing himself based off of what he hears and he's just like feeling the music, but he's also again playing a character in multiple things when he does the gliding concept or when he's laughing and then he goes into this intensity. He's not just emotionally sporadic, right? He's showing you something. He's performing. When you're freestyling by yourself or just in like a freestyle circle or an improv thing or an audition or whatever, you can just express how you feel based off of the music, right? It still matches the music. You're still expressing being the personification of the music, but it's now just a very clear, very simple filter of you as opposed to playing a character. So the crazy use of his body and muscles and isolations, musicality, doing it specifically to this song, diversity, as well as changing the styles that he's doing within diversity, also in this video. The expression, how he changes it based off the context that he's in and what he hears in the music, also. And then finally, all that's wrapped up into the burrito, back to the burrito, right? Of freestyling, where it's just 100, you're just seeing how this guy moves. When you see him do other things, that's what you're seeing. David. It's just 100% David on the floor, right? So, you don't have to be battling in order to do this. Yeah, no one ever has to even see you freestyle. You get so many benefits in dance from doing this. But the point is, when you start choreographing, which we'll talk about next, when we start choreographing, when you are doing even very simple examples of freestyling is like when a choreographer is like, hey, just make this your own, or like take this choreography and add something, whatever you want to do here. Or even if they don't tell you that and you just want to kind of absorb the choreography and like dance within the guidelines of what's happening, that's freestyling. You're making your own personal choices, and that might change based on, for example, social dancing and partner dancing with bachata and salsa and country swing and all this different stuff. Because of my hip hop background, when I'm learning, I'm just doing the learning. I'm absorbing, right? But when I'm dancing, I include my hip hop style because that's what I'm trained in. And so I'm taking it and making it my own based off of what I have. I'm freestyling. Even if it's just like a smaller version of freestyling, which is heavy quotations on that, right? So, freestyling, PKC. Let's do it. Let's do it indeed. So, this is David's Instagram profile. Jeez, that word just escaped me. This is his profile. This video that I just showed is pinned on his profile. And there's 2 other videos of him freestyling, and you'll see David in those other videos, right? You're like completely different songs, completely different. I think they're both Red Bull, but the idea is like completely different context because of what is happening in the music. But you'll see like, oh, that's him dancing, because if you see one sliver of them dancing to one song, when the song changes, you're like, oh, very interesting. The other song he does is Say My Name, Beyonce, Destiny's Child, whichever it is. Say My Name. It's like a smooth R&B song. It's very much not Lil Wayne rapping, right? So it's like completely different song, not intense at all, very smooth R&B type vibe. But you see him coming through it. The other thing is, I said in this video, in the reaction video, no one needs to see you dancing in order for you to freestyle and include yourself into it, right? So that's not the purpose of freestyling, right? It doesn't have to be performance. With that being said, the more you freestyle, the more you get comfortable with yourself moving, the more you'll build the muscle of being yourself in front of other people. So you might end up going to a whoa. Okay. I guess I just finished here. My camera just freaked out. Okay. Anyways, the point is you'll build the muscle of doing, what was I even saying? You'll build the muscle of being able to be yourself in front of other people. So the comfortability of you being able to do that will grow as you get more comfortable dancing by yourself. Okay. Yeah. So next week we're doing choreography, and I hope to see you there.